Hello my friends, this is the third video on compatibility that I've made in the past month or two, and this one is called Being on the Same Wavelength. And I want to review what I mentioned in the previous two videos and compare and contrast that to what I'm sharing with you. This third video is really the most important because this is what we are now doing when we want to do compatibility analysis. We have two people, we want to see what's going on. We now go directly to this. But let me first compare it to what I've told you before, because what I've told you in those other two videos is incorporated into this last step as well. The first video is called Keys to Compatibility. And in that video on Keys to Compatibility, I shared with you that we have 20,000 married couples and we could find no zodiac sign compatibility at all. That was surprising and frankly disappointing, but there are these vibrational connections, 7, 13, and 55, with Venus or Sun-Moon connections. So to summarize, there are certain vibrations that bring people together to get married. Vibrations based on 7, 13, and 55, and they're related to Venus or Sun-Moon. Second video that I shared with you, by the way, I don't know if I went into that much detail. I don't think I did, but I'm giving you a little more detail about what was found in that video. Second video is a technique where we look at what Venus is doing in your chart. What is your Venus-Mars doing? Are they in quintile 5 vibration? Are they in septile 7 vibration? Are they in some kind of novile 9 vibration? Or something wild like 11 vibration? What does your Venus-Mars do? Your Venus-Uranus, your Venus-Neptune. We can look to see, use software to see what is it vibrating on, and then see if the other person gets on that vibration with you. If they get on that vibration with you, bam, you've got this connection. And what I'm going to show you here is the third thing to be aware of, which is a new feature in the Series 4.0 software, which simply tells you what vibrations are strongest. And here's a list for Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. What this list is telling us is that Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, who are an actor and actress in Hollywood, California, in the United States. Well, I don't know where they live, but a lot of the movies are made in Hollywood. Big actors, very famous, and they're married and happily married for a long time, which is rather unusual. So it's interesting to look, like, what do they have that's working? Things aren't working so well for other married couples in Hollywood, but working well for them. They're connected on 349 vibration. Second strongest 279, 201. And these are the scores. This is just a listing produced in the Series 4.0 software. If the score is 400 or higher, bam, super strong connection. 350 or higher, also very strong. Now these numbers are not imprinted in gold somewhere, but they're approximate values. You get up above about 400, it's really intense connection. And people will have anywhere from 10 to 20 or so strong vibrations, and then certain ones that have a components that are 17 or smaller are fundamental, strong, clear signals that are important in relationships like marriage. There are higher signals that have very specialized purposes, and they can be important. Like you can have 19 vibration for people that do pattern analysis, like statisticians or people working in high-tech areas with patterns, or chess players, people on a chess team, or a coach of someone in chess, a teacher, chess teacher, and a student, things like that. You can have 23 vibration, people that are involved in risk assessment, like financial advisors. So there are very important things that can go on in higher vibrations. Typically in a marriage or romantic relationship, if the romance is just about 29 and 23 and 19, you wonder why they're married. You're expecting something in addition. Up to 17 with these fundamental clear messages. Also, the research told us that. 7, 13, and 55. 55 equals 11 times 5. Both numbers are 17 or less. So here I've yellow highlighted some of the vibrations that are very strong. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details of looking at these charts. For those of you who are members, or if you become a member, I've made a much longer video. It's in 2 parts. I think the total is almost about an hour long for both of them. And I show the charts and the details and what Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson say. So if you really want to dive deep into how this interpretation is done, I've got something for members. But for the public here, I just want to let you know what's going on with vibrational astrology, how it works, what we do, what we're finding. And we have this system where we're looking at strong vibrations, and we have software that pulls it out, and then we go on and interpret. But I will leave those details of the interpretation out of this. It gets very involved, takes some time to explain. Like I said, about an hour that I spend going into all of that. So that's the news with compatibility analysis in vibrational astrology. This is the 3rd video in this series of videos on compatibility. And this is really the most fundamental because we see the vibrations that are strong. Do 13 and 7 show up for Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson? Yes, there's 13 right there. Look at all the 7s. 7 times 3, 7 times 9 times 2, 7 times 3 times 2. Very strong overtones of 7, and it's these higher overtones are actually the strongest. And if you are a member and you watch those longer videos, the way that their 7 vibration connects is 7 times 3 times 2 and 7 times 9. It's amazing. And they describe it. Okay, so that's what vibrational astrology is all about. These are some of the latest developments. We have the annual vibrational conference in the first week of March in Gainesville, Florida, every year. The website is vibrationalastrologyconference.com. And that's where you keep up with the latest findings, meet the vibrational astrologers, and we just keep moving forward. Very dynamic, very exciting time for us. Well, thank you very much for listening, my friends. God bless. Namaste.